Okay, guys, this is the review for test 7. Now, I already have the video for going over all the problems, but I wanted to show you three. So, Maxon, Sydney, and Chloe, those of you that were not in class today, I went over a hack with the calculator. So, this is very important, and it will get you 50% of the test questions tomorrow or today, whenever you're watching this. So, please pay attention to this, okay? And then you need to go over the review on how to do the other questions. I'll go over the calculator ones now. That being said, your calculator probably will already be set, but this is what you need to do with the TI-84 when you get into class on Friday. So we need, normally it says real, it's in real mode. I'm going to switch it to complex mode to handle a lot of these questions. So the imaginary mode. What you're going to do is click on the mode button, and then there's going to be a whole bunch of stuff here. You want to go down to right here where it shows A plus BI. That's imaginary mode. I'm going to go up and highlight it. See how it's blinking? I hit the enter button, and now it is selected, and then you can just clear out of this menu. Okay, now you'll notice up here it says A plus BI. It allows us to use I in several of our calculations. So watch the video for your number 1, number 2, number 3. I'm going to go over a lot of the I questions. So 4, 5, number 7. All right, so with this 4 and 5, yes, you were taught how to do this when we did 7.2 and 7.1. It was a long time ago, I know. I'm going to show you how to do it with the calculator to avoid, save you a lot of time and to avoid, this one is, in particular takes a lot of work. So how you do it is you just type it exactly as it is in the calculator now that we switched it. So parentheses 6 plus 2. Well, where do we get the I from? It actually in blue right here on the decimal button. There's a blue I. So since it's in blue, we need to hit the blue button to bring up that. And then I'm going to hit the decimal. And there is the I. 6 plus 2I parentheses. Then we have a minus sign. And then another set of parentheses, 5 minus I, parentheses, plus parentheses, 12 minus 5I, parentheses. Exactly as it is on the paper, I have it in the calculator. I literally hit enter. There is our answer, 13 minus 2I. No work involved. Calculator, boom. Same thing with this one. This is normally one that's very difficult, a lot of work. I'm starting with a fraction, alpha y equals. Type it exactly as it is. 4 minus, there's my I, on top of 2 plus 3I. I just hit enter, and it gives me the answer that is probably multiple choice. So that is 5 over 13 minus 14 over 13I. All in the calculator. No work necessary. Okay, one of the other ones we talked about was number 7. All you have to do, well, I don't even need the calculator for number 7. So let me start with number 6. You need this equal to 0, and this may go over it in the video, I'm not sure. So when you set this equal to 0, that is of the utmost importance. We have negative x squared. I'm going to subtract this 2x from both sides to give me negative 6x minus 9 equals 0. That way everything's on one side. We have it equal to 0. That way, I don't even need to do the quadratic formula here. I'm going to my y equals, and I'm going to type it in here like this. Negative x squared minus 6x minus 9. Now, when I graph it, this will lead into number 7. If you remember, the x-axis tells us how many real solutions we have. This literally touches the x one time. Therefore, we have one real solution. So you're going to see 3 possibilities exist. it'll either look like that, that, or that. Now it could be upside down. Notice this touches the x-axis one time, so it has one real solution. This touches the x-axis two times. When I say the x-axis, it's this number line going this way. So this would have two real solutions. This does not touch the x-axis, therefore it has zero real solutions or two imaginary solutions. You can never have one imaginary. It's either one real, or two imaginary. With that being said, moving on to 7, how many real solutions does this graph have? It does not touch the x-axis, so it has to have zero real. This has two imaginary. This was asking for real, so it has zero. So that would be zero real, two imaginary. It doesn't ask how many imaginary, it asks how many real solutions. It does not touch the x, so zero. Okay, so then number 8 can also be solved in the calculator now that we have that knowledge of I. You just type it in how it looks, parentheses, 2I, and then to get the third power, you're going to need that caret button, and you type in a 3, you hit enter, and there it is, negative 8I. So it is literally D. Okay, so like I said, all the rest of this stuff can be had from the normal video, but there are still 2 more here that can be had in the calculator that you would not see in the other video. These can just be typed into the calculator exactly as they are. Parentheses, 2 plus 4I squared. I'm doing this one right here. You hit enter, and you get negative 12 plus 16I. Negative 12 plus 16I. Normally you'd have to do the box method or FOIL. Cuts it all out with the calculator. Same thing with this one. Parentheses, 8 minus 2I, parentheses. You can put it exactly as it shows on the paper or Mastery Connect tomorrow. 38 plus 16I. No work involved. 50% of the test is this way. Number 12. Select all that are equivalent to negative 1. I could type each one of these in the calculator and see which ones equal negative 1. So we could do that. Square root of I. That's a decimal. That's definitely not negative 1. Well, we know one of these is equal to negative 1, and that is I squared. I squared is negative 1. That's what the whole unit is about, but if you don't believe me, you can do I squared. There it is, negative 1. So now I'm going to try negative I. Oh, that was not negative I. Negative I equals negative I. It does not equal negative 1. So we know that one does not. I need to enter I. That just equals I. That is not negative 1. I to the third. I to the third. Negative I. Again, not negative 1. Negative I to the eighth is negative 1. So that one also is equal to negative 1. And then we have I. Again, I'm using this button to get the exponent to the 6th power. That also is negative 1. So there you go. This one, and that one are all equivalent or equal to negative 1. Okay, the rest you should be able to get from the video that's already uploaded in there. So I will email this to you. Please watch it, and I'll see you tomorrow.